Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. My most honored brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Your host, Sheikh Khokhar, is at your service now. Today, I am presenting before you about the taqwa of our elders. Taqwa Rasul Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Sahaba Karam, Tabi'in, Tabi'in, and Awliya Karam. Few examples I give today. They set the example for us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to listen carefully, put into practice, and convey to others. Ameen. First of all, let me advise you, myself to you, be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who blessed us with Iman and Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us last breath with Iman. Ameen. Amma ba'd. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في الكلام المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم دا يربيك إلى ما يربيك صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Simple meaning of the translation of the Ayat Mubarakah for believer, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, create taqwa in yourself, don't commit any sin, and obey each and every commandment what is given to you, all awamar and nawahi. And take your last breath with Islam, with Iman. Hadith Pak, simple, mafhum, da yurbika, ila ma yurbika. Leave what is a doubtful thing, leave doubtful amal, and go to which you are sure, which is not doubtful amal. So for elder Rasul Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his taqwa, he was Imamul Muttaqeen, Imam of the Muttaqeen. His every second of his life was colored, was blessed with taqwa. That's why he is for us the best example. Not he, me and you, Muslimin, for entire mankind until day of judgment. Rasul Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, soon he used to hear his home with Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, or with other zawja, he used to listen azan. That minute, he was different. He got connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Most strongest right way, he prepared for the salat. Allah Akbar. One time, Abdullah ibn Maktoum radiallahu ta'ala anhu come to the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Two of his zawja, Muhtarma, were there. They did not do parda. Prophet said, Abdullah is here. Where madam? Why don't you do parda? Zawja Muhtarma, though the zawja of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are the mother of the ummah. Their status is the mother of the ummah. Far from the mother, they know parda from the mother. So still Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, okay. And they said, he is blind. He can't see us. The Prophet said, he is blind. What about you? You both of you are not blind. You can see him. This is the example of taqwa. Though the status of the Zawja, both Zawja was like a mother of Ibn Maktoum radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Who saved Yusuf alayhi salam? Most strong, young, handsome man. And Zulaikha hold him by press in a room alone. Lock all doors. Come on, Yusuf. And what Yusuf did, he got refused. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was shaitan. Az billah. Ma'azallah. Now what he should do? In such situation, we should do when we are stuck up in any situation of the sin. We are stuck up, no way to go, but still the lesson here, we should try our best to run out of that situation. So Yusuf alayhi salam, he knew that door unlocked, but still he made effort. He ran to the door. He did his effort. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help came. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unlocked our door. And he was out of that situation. What pushed him out? Fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when Zulaikha told him, we are alone. Door unlocked. Nobody can see us. Yusuf alayhi salam said, yes, you locked our door. But did you lock the door of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He is looking at us. This is taqwa. Subhanallah. When Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu got the perfume in Male Ghanimat at home, it was to be distributed equally with justice. The Prophet Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu did not allow his wife to distribute the perfume. Because if she distribute, she should have smelled or touched with the hand. And that against the taqwa. This is taqwa. Not to go close to the injustice. Hazrat Fatima radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she was very sick. He called his sweet husband, Hazrat Ali radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He did her wasiyah, last will. She requested him, Ya Ali, if I die, don't bury me in the daylight. Please, bury me, take my janaza, my burial in the night time. He said, why? That, she said, Hazrat Fatima radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she said, I don't want to. In the daylight, people see the daughter of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, her height. She was high, how much she was tall. Allahu Akbar. How much she was tall. I don't want to show the body length to the people, even when I pass away. This is the taqwa of the heart. Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, he had ordered his own servant of the cloth shops, because he was a big businessman of the cloth, that whenever daytime, when shop is open and cloud come, close the business, close the shop, close the shop. He said, why? Because I want to make sure that the customer should be able to recognize the real color of the cloth. Because when there's a darkness, little darkness of the cloud, he cannot recognize the real color. This was the taqwa, Imam Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah. Another example, Imam Sahib living in the Baghdad, and somebody came to him, Hazrat, my goat has been stolen. Make dua for me. He said, okay, he made dua. Then Imam asked him, what is the maximum age of the goat? He asked different people, shepherd. They told 7 years is the maximum age of the goat. From that day, Imam Sahib did not eat the meat of the goat for 7 years, fearing that maybe that goat, stolen goat, maybe today got zabiha and meat came in the market and my servant brought that meat at home. This is a taqwa, fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One woman came to Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. She wanted to sell some cloth for 100 riyal. But Imam Sahib recognized the cloth, it was expensive. He gave him 500 because it was worth more. Ibn Siri rahmatullah alayh, a great Imam, he was expert in interpretation of the dreams. He had business of the butter. And he had 40 big jar of the butter, ghee, melted butter. And he found, when in the store, he found one rat that has the butter on his body. Now he didn't know from which jar this rat came out. So what he did, I don't know. So he did sadaqah, all 40 jars, big jars, full of the butter. He never used for himself. He never want to sell it even. Hazrat Thanvi rahmatullah alayh, one time, he had one Khalifa, his student, special student Khalifa. He came to visit Hazrat Muhammad Ashraf Thanvi rahmatullah alayh in his Khanqah Thana Bhavan. And he came with his son also, small son. Father said, oh, the son came, mashallah. Did you buy the ticket of your son? He said, yes. How much? I bought half ticket. He said, how old he is? He said, he is 12-year-old. But he looked 11-year-old, 10-year-old. Okay, he said, you deceived the government, especially department of the railway, you deceive him. When his age is 12, forget about what he looked for, 10 or 11. You should have bought full ticket. Therefore, from today, you are no more my Khalifa. You have no right to guide other people under my supervision. I take away your Khilafat and inculcate in you the life of taqwa. You are missing taqwa. You are not fearing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to see even government. Hazrat Abdul Malik Siddiqui Rahmatullah alayh, great Sheikh of Naqshbandi Silsila, he used to, in warm weather, in the cold weather, he used to use umbrella. I said, why use umbrella? He said, when I go to the market area, to save my eyes from the woman, I use my umbrella. Subhanallah. Allah Akbar. Do we know that? Rasul Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam, under his guidance, we cannot, owner of a garden cannot sell the garden unless the full fruit appears on the garden. Otherwise, the buyer can be deceived. When full fruit come out, then only he advised to sell the garden. In the Bani Israel, a very beautiful story. One person bought a land from another person. One day he was plowing, he found difficulty. He found a big pot full of gold. There was a treasure hidden in that field. Now, look, he had taqwa. He did not kept it. Though he paid the money, he took that pot full of gold to the seller from whom he bought it. He said, please take this. Because I bought the land, I did not buy this treasure, what was inside. He said, no, I don't know. I don't want to get back. It is yours. I sold you land with everything. Go ahead. Yours. He said, no. Now both when argument came, both went to the justice of the city, judge. And both didn't want that treasure. Judge was very wise. He asked, okay, you have some awlad. One had son, one had daughter. He said, okay, marry both of them and give this treasure in hadiyah to both husband and wife, your son and the daughter. One time, another example. There are so many examples. Islamic history is full of the example, the taqwa example of the elder. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to follow. Once Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was home in the night time. He was doing government business, light was on. Hazrat Ali Karamallahu wajhu came by. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. He said, ahlan salam, welcome, wa alaikum salam. And Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he closed the light. He said, why? Because you came for personal talk, for personal business. Therefore, for personal business, I cannot use the oil of the government of Baitul Mal. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. The big Sheikh Abu Bakr Rahmatullah alayh, he was so much muttaqi, Allah helped him. Whenever somebody present him the food which is not real halal, so when he used to pick up the morsel of the food, his hand starts shivering that this is haram. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped him not to use haram food. Hazrat Ahmad Ali Lahori Rahmatullah alayh. Lahori people know that Sherawal ke Masjid Imam Mufassir Quran. Subhanallah. from Sikh family. He became Muslim and became Mufassir Quran, graduated from Deoband Madrasa. And he was Imam there. He was so muttaqi, when he go to suffer for any war, some other city, he always used to take his own food from home. Because he was so muttaqi. And he used to recognize his food halal or haram. One time in Faisalabad, he went old name Lailpur. He was there, and somebody from the host, they want to check it. They got some haram income bread and some halal income bread, and they mixed together. And they presented with the food. Hazrat, let's start eating food, Bismillah. He used to say, oh, he used to separate. This is halal. This is not halal. This is not halal. He separated it. Allah SWT guided him with the kashf, with inner sight. If you are muttaqi, Allah SWT will help you, even in such a doubtful situation. Allahu Akbar. People used to borrow money from Imam Abu Hanifa Rahimahullah. So, he was even careful. He is walking in the street, and he never used the shadow of the wall of the house of the person who owed him money. Allah Akbar. Even he never used the shade of the tree of the person who owes money to him. Because he said, that will be maybe riba. Because I gave him money, I don't want to benefit from the shadow of the wall or shadow of the tree. Allah Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Shaykh Sadi Rahmatullah alayh, there is a story. One person was doing ibadah for 30-40 years. And voice came from Ghaib, your ibadat is not being accepted. One person was hearing, but he still continued. He said, why you don't stop? He said, why not? Because there is no other door. They are here full yaqeen Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no other door. Where to go? My job is to do ibadat. To obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is taqwa. I will not stop it. It is up to him. He accepts or not. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah wallahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Walillahi alhamd. My respected brothers and sisters, these I gave few beautiful examples. There are a lot of thousands examples more about our elders, Sahaba Kiram, Rasul Akram sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Sahabiyat, Subhanallah. I gave example of Aisha Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha, how she had taqwa of the parda. Even by dead body, people should not be able to see what was the height of the daughter of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sisters should get a lesson from here, how they should hide themselves from ghair mahram. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, very barakat of the month of Ramadan. Now, what was the purpose of the month of Ramadan? To inculcate taqwa in us. Now, last ashra, can we evaluate ourselves? What level of taqwa we have received? We should make dua. Ya Allah, accept our Ramadan fasting, our sadaqat, our taraweeh, and bless us with the life of taqwa, so that after Ramadan, this the great quality of at-taqwa, which is guarantee of the successful in this life hereafter, may continue until my last breath. آخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Let's make dua. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من البرص والجنون والجذام ومن سيء الأسقام. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. Two announcement, please. Tonight, tomorrow, 27th, hopefully Lailatul Qadr. But every odd night we think Lailatul Qadr, but 27th especially. Please, most ulama says, so we should be careful in the night, enjoy Lailatul Qadr, and get the benefit of mashallah for your ibadat. And plus, second thing, next Wednesday, hopefully, up to the setting of the moon, next Wednesday will be Eid Mubarak, inshallah, to you, or Thursday will be Mubarak. Therefore, the next Wednesday will be no program. In future, program will start from next Sunday according to the old schedule, 9 p.m. every Sunday and every Wednesday. Please inform your friend. And I know that because of Ramadan, you could not attend 3 p.m. Inshallah. Now all of you make intention, make dua for me, and you will listen bayan, inshallah, half hour, 25 minute bayan, inshallah, every Wednesday, start from next Sunday, every Sunday and every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Assalamu alaikum. Rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your fasting, sadaqat, zakat, everything. Allah ta'ala save you from every kind of bad situation. Or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give shifa to all sick people. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give bakshish and forgiveness to our elders. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.